Hi guys, this is Kenya. Welcome back to Kenya's Decor Corner. So today I'm so excited because I'm participating in a collaboration called the Recycle Home Decor Collab. And this is hosted by Jessica with Measure Mix and Sikha M. So in this challenge they asked us to create a home decor item from used or recycled materials. So something that you were going to trash or throw out, try to make something creative with it. So this was so much fun, and you guys already know that I participated in another challenge where I created some DIY Christmas ornaments. So in keeping with that same vein, I decided to go ahead and make a newspaper snowflake. And so yeah, this was something that I found on Pinterest, and I thought, let me give it a try. And so I think it turned out super cute. As you can see here, I think it turned out really adorable. So, let me remind you guys to be sure to go over to Measure Mix and Sikha M to check out their videos and the playlist of all the other participants. I will have their channels listed in my link in my description box down below. And so if you're interested in seeing how I created this beautiful snowflake, then keep watching. Okay guys, so these are the items that you will need for this project. So you're going to need a glue gun, I have mine here, some extra glue sticks, a pen, some scissors, a stapler, loaded with staples, because mine did not have any at first, and a newspaper. So this is like a complete newspaper. So I've used a few pages out of it, but basically you'll need the whole newspaper just in case. Alrighty, so let me show you what the first steps are. Okay guys, so you take your newspaper, and you know each paper there's sections, and so they're all sectioned off like so. So you're going to take a section of the newspaper that has 5 pages. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to take this section, and there's some sections that only have 4 pages, like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could use that if you want, but all of my other pages that I'll be using have 5 pages, so I wanted to be consistent. So once you've chosen your section of your paper, then you can see it's already folded in half for you. So then you just cut on the seam. Okay, and once you've cut the seam from the inside part of the paper, so you cut your seams, so now you have 2 sections. Let me move this extra paper out of the way. So after you've cut your seams, then you are going to take your pen, and you should use a ruler or whatever straight edge you have. I did have my ruler out earlier, but I think my little guy found it, and so I couldn't find it, so I'm using a nail file. And what you'll do is, I'll show you here on a piece that I've already started. You have your paper here, just line up your nail file to the edge of your paper, and then draw lines down like I have done already. Draw your lines all the way down, and then use the section of your nail file to section off each. Now the next place you'll make your line, then you just draw your line down all the way here like I've already done. And you will need a total of 32 strips. So each one of these is a strip, and I already have these other sections drawn. So I have now a total of 32 strips that I'll need to cut. You can see the lines there. So I've already drawn out all of my lines. And I have to say guys, if you have a ruler that can go across your full page, that would be awesome, because it was a little bit annoying to have to just draw. I could only draw half a line, and then I have to go down here and then draw the next line, the next section. But you know, I did what I had to do. It worked at the end of the day. So there you go. Now I'm going to cut each of these strips out, and I will mention on the full sheet, this totals mine 32, so that's why I'm not going to complete drawing the lines on this whole page. But I will show you on one that I did complete. You will notice there will be a little bit of an edge left after you've made your sections, at least with my nail file. It's I can get 9 strips per page, and so that means at the end there was a slight overhang, I guess. So I'm just going to trim that off also. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my strips, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've cut all of my strips. So I have 3 bundles of 10 and then my extra 2. So remember I said I need a total of 32 strips, and I actually need a total of 34 because you need 2 strips for the centerpiece. So you need a total of 34 strips. So I'm going to sit these 2 for the centerpiece off to the side, and then I'll show you guys what we're going to do with these strips. Okay guys, so this is what we're going to do. So we have 2 strips that we'll use for the centerpiece, and then we're going to do a small row, so we'll use 12 strips that were cut, and they'll make a total of 4 clusters, so each cluster is 3 petals. And then for the large ones, we have 20 strips that we cut, and then that will make 4 clusters, with each cluster is 5 petals. So let me show you what I mean by petals. So we're going to start with the small row first, since we need 12 strips. So we have our stack of 10 and our 2. So what we'll do, and this is when you're going to need your stapler, guys. So what we will do is take your strip, and you cut it from the edge side so that the strips stay together. So you're going to take your strip, fold it in half, and then once you fold it in half again, and that makes 1 petal. So we're going to use our stapler to go ahead and staple that down. I'm just making sure that my edges are lined up so that when I staple, I'll get all of the pages. So staple. Okay, so I'm going to do this 12 times. So I'll show you again. Take a strip, fold it in half, and then I just like to make sure mine's all lined up straight. It's up to you if you want to be that neat or not. And then fold it in half again and staple. And you're stapling the loose end because this side is already together. So staple. Make sure all your pages are caught in the staple. And like I said, I'm just going to do this 12 times. Fold it in half, then fold it in half again. Staple. So I'll be back. Okay, so this is the last one. So again, we'll take it in half. I'm going to take it, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. And then we're going to just staple it on the end there. Okay, so we have our 12 petals here. So now what we're going to do is take our hot glue gun. Add an extra stick in here. So what we're going to do now is take the petals, 3 petals each, and kind of cluster them together like this. Just like that. So what we're going to do is take the hot glue gun, and everywhere on each staple add some hot glue, and glue that down to the next one. And now I'll add glue to this staple. Glue that one down. And we'll hold these together for a minute. That's 1 cluster. So we're going to do this 4 more times to make 4 clusters of 3. So I'll show you guys again how I did that. Just put a glue stick in my gun here. So take a cluster, add some glue right near the staple, and glue a piece onto it. Then take another, add some more glue to that piece, glue that on, hold it together. careful not to burn yourself. As you can see, a little bit of glue is oozing out in front there, so I'll just wipe it down. It's okay because we're actually going to be adding glue here in just a bit, but okay, so I'll let that dry. One more. So that's our 3 clusters for the center, for the small row. So we have those there. Now we will make our clusters for the larger row. Okay guys, so now we have our 20 strips here. So I took one, and these are a little bit easier because you're only going to fold it one time. So this is one strip. I'm going to fold it in half and staple. Like that. So you just have one larger loop like this. So we're going to do this 20 times, just folding them in half and stapling the ends together. And I'll be back. Okay, so this is our last strip. So I'm just folding it in half, and I'm just going to staple the end. Now we have these 20 loops here, and so we're going to do a cluster of 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did with the other ones by hot gluing them all together. And you can see here it's going to make a cluster like that. So I'm going to hot glue these 5 together by adding the glue to right above the staple and gluing them all together just like I did for the 3. And I will be back. Okay guys, now that all the petals are hot glued, now we need to make our centerpiece. So I have the 2 strips here, and I'm just going to line the ends up together, and this is the loose ends here. And I'm just going to I put them on top of each other like that, and I'm just going to roll it together. Roll this together, and I will be back. Okay, so I have it all rolled together tightly there, and so this is the excess. I'm going to go ahead and cut this part off and hot glue it down so we'll have a center like that. Okay guys, I decided to take another strip. I cut a thin strip like this, just 1 page, and wrapped it around my center because I wanted to ensure that it was all going to be secured, and so I have hot glue on the end, so you just have a little ball like that. So now we will adhere our small petals to our center. So what we'll do is we're going to just take let's see here, make sure this is dry enough to touch, and so what we're going to do is glue our petals on. These are our small petals like this. So just like that, you have the 4 petals. As you can see, is creating a look here. And so so I'm going to hot glue each one of these on. So let's just see here. So I'm going to add a generous amount of hot glue on the ends of my strips here and glue it. And I'm going to leave this down because I want it to be flush. So glue it on like that. Hold it for a second to allow it to adhere. Okay, and now I'm going to do this one on the opposite end. So add hot glue, generous amount. this to dry for a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my longer petals, and I'm going to do the same exact thing just in between the 4 that's here. So I'll go ahead and add my hot glue. Side. As you guys can see, this is really easy project. It's a little bit time consuming when you're cutting all the strips, but otherwise very, very easy. And this is something that you could do with your children, like if you have school-age kids, they can help you make this ornaments. And we'll glue this one. I need to get another glue stick. Okay, now we will glue this last cluster. To dry for a second, and then I'm going to look at it to see if I feel like I should add any more clusters anywhere. I think that I would like to add another cluster here on this side to make it more full, and then maybe one here and maybe one here. So I'm going to do 3 more clusters of 5 because I want this to be very full. Okay, that's still warm, so I'm not going to pick it up yet. So, okay, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so instead of making 4 more of the larger loops, I decided to just make 4 extra loops to add in the center. So instead of having 3 of the smaller loops, I'm going to have 4. So I'm going to add these 4 pieces in to thicken it up in the center. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just adding the hot glue here so I can add this to the center. So I think that's going to fill it in nicely. I just didn't want it to look too thin. So I'm adding more hot glue to this one. And adding it in here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'm going to go through and hot glue each petal to each other, so when I pick it up they don't kind of fall apart. So I'm going to go through and hot glue each section to each other. Like these 2 are touching here, so I'm going to add a bit of hot glue right where they touch. And so I'm going to go through and do that with each piece, and I will be back. Okay guys, I'm here is the final results. I think it turned out really cute, but as you can see here at the top, I'm going to hang it by this center loop, and so I did add this in the center because, you know, we had the 4, I added 4 instead of 3 loops there, and so I put this one in the center, which is just 4 loops of the larger one so that I can have something to hang it from. And so I'm thinking about adding just a piece in here just to add a little more fullness up there, and then glue these two together to that like that. And then I have an extra one for this side. But it really doesn't need it, but I would glue those to that so it'll just kind of hold it together, as you can see. But I'll take those out, and I could just glue these to here, which is probably what I'll do, because I don't want to overwhelm it. It turned out much larger than I anticipated, but I think it looks so cool. And so, yeah, I will have to decide if I might spray paint it for Christmas. I'm thinking I might spray paint it white, but otherwise I think it looks really cool just like this with all the colors. So, yeah, that is my Newspaper Snowflake. Okay guys, so I hope that you have enjoyed this DIY, and leave me comments down below to let me know if you think this is something that you might want to create by yourself or with your kids. I think this would be a really fun project to do with your kids, and each snowflake can be different, so it will be really fun to see how everyone comes up with something different. So leave me comments down below, let me know what you think. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. You guys know that I'm planning to do a nature-inspired Christmas tree, and so that's why I'm making all of these like handmade Christmas ornaments, and so I will be excited to show you guys that Christmas tree as we move closer to the Christmas season. And so yeah, so if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. I hope that you've enjoyed this video enough to go ahead and click that subscribe button, and also be sure to hit the notification bell. And after you hit the notification bell, you'll receive an alert saying click here if you want to receive all notifications. Be sure to hit that extra click so that you can receive notifications as to each time I upload every single video. And to my faithful family members, thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. It really means so much to me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Much love and many blessings. Bye-bye.